In this video we'll make shadow work journaling simple, gentle and effective so you can start today and feel real progress. Think of this as a calm conversation with yourself, short, honest and kind. You're not trying to be eloquent, you're building trust with your nervous system, one page at a time. What if 10 quiet minutes with a pen could turn today's trigger into tomorrow's calm? Shadow work journaling lets your emotions speak safely. Then you can respond, not react. Brief, structured writing has shown small but reliable benefits for stress and mood when done over a few short sessions. Keep it light and regular, not intense. And here's what we're going to cover in this video. A calm, repeatable ritual to begin every session. Clear prompt sets you can pick and mix. Tiny actions to take after writing. Quick routines for 7, 10 and even 20 minutes. Troubleshooting when you feel stuck, especially for empaths and HSPs. And at the end, I'll point you to the cornerstone explainer video that ties it all together. A quick note before we dive in. Choose fewer prompts, not more. 1 or 2 is enough per session. The lists here are a menu, not homework. You're aiming for clarity, not quantity. Here's a short story to ground us. A client, let's call him Ben, felt too reactive with his partner. 30 minutes of writing was too much. We switched to 10 minutes, 3 prompts and 1 tiny boundary sentence at the end. 2 weeks later, the argument softened. Not because he dug harder, because he listened better to his body and to the part that was trying to protect him. This is how journaling supports shadow work, by slowing projection and letting you own your part with warmth, not attack. And first, let's set a gentle ritual. Always think safety before depth. Set a timer for 7 to 10 minutes. Short and kind beats long and messy. Sit with your feet grounded. 1 minute of box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4 and hold for 4. Title the page with today's date and this intention. Curiosity, not judgment. Write by hand if you can. If typing feels safer, that's fine as well. If you feel flooded, stop, breathe, look around. Name 5 calm details in the room. You can always return later. It's a fact. Stay inside your window of tolerance, that zone where you can feel and think at once. If you tip into hyper or hypo arousal, pause and regulate, then return. Gentle breathwork helps settle the autonomic system, often tracked via HRV. Go slow, calm is the goal, not performance. And now, choose from these prompt sets. Try 2 to 4 per session. Remember, less is more. Pick 1 from the body, 1 from the story or parts and move on. The point is clarity you can act on today. Let's arrive in the body. Right now, I notice, and then write your sensation down. If my body had a colour or texture, it would be. Let yourself know by writing it down. One thing that would help my body feel 10% safer is, again, write it down. Let's spot the trigger and the story. Just before this feeling, what happened? The story I told myself was, and then explain what you said to yourself. If I slow the story down, the raw fact is, be honest. Really think about the raw fact. Let's check for the mirror or the projection you made. The trait in them that bothers me most is, now be really honest there, really, really honest. Where does that live in me, past or present? Again, be honest. If I owned even 1% of this pattern, what would change? You don't need perfect analysis, only honest noticing. Noticing begins integration. Let's meet the protective part of you now. Dear protective part, what are you trying to prevent? What do you need me to know? What would help you relax for 1 hour? Using gentle parts language keeps compassion online and reduces self-attack, usually important for sensitive systems. Now let's find the golden shadow, the hidden gift with these prompts. If this anger, envy or sadness had a gift, it would be, write it down. Where could that gift serve me kindly this week? Really contemplate that. One sentence that names the gift is, again, write it down. Let's add compassion and boundaries to these journal prompts. If a dear friend felt this, I'd say, a kind boundary I can speak is, and one small way I'll care for myself after this is, write it down. Pair your boundary with a simple if-then plan so it fires when needed. E.g., if my chest tightens in the meeting, then I'll ask for a 2-minute pause. Let's tend to the inner child and remember to go gently here. The younger me remembers. What do you remember as your younger self? What I needed back then was, think about that need that you needed as that child. One safe promise I can keep to you today is, really make that promise sincere. Let's move towards values and actions with your prompts. The value underneath this pain is it respect, belonging, freedom? A tiny action that honours this value is, really think about that clearly. When will I do it? Give yourself a time, a place. 1 or 2 sentences is good. Actions stick best when repeated in the same context, maybe after tea or before bed. Tiny and regular beats big and rare. And the next step is one tiny integration act. Draft a 1-sentence boundary for today. Take a 2-minute reset. Shake your arms, tap your chest or slow your breathing. Send a kind repair message, short, honest, no self-attack. Book a 5-minute walk for yourself or stretch right after writing. If you're a Qigong fan, a brief shake or flow is perfect here. Mind, body practices like Tai Chi and Qigong show promising effects for stress and anxiety in reviews. And if time is tight, use one of these ready-made routines. I'll talk you through each one as if we're doing it together. Here's a 7-minute micro routine. Here's what we're going to do. Minute 1, you arrive and breathe. Sit with both feet on the floor, spine long. Do box breathing, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4 and hold for 4. Do 4 rounds and look around and name 3 calm details in the room. Minute 2 to 5, 2 quick prompts from body trigger. Pick 2 of these and write for about 2 minutes each. Right now my body feels. Name the sensation. Just before this feeling, what happened? The story I told myself was, keep it simple, short sentences, no judging. And now into minute 6, 1 compassion boundary prompt. Choose one from this. If a dear friend felt like this, I'd say, a kind boundary I can speak is, write 1 or 2 lines only. And the final 30 seconds, tiny actions, really tiny actions. Do something small now. 1 deep breath with a hand on the heart, a 2-minute stretch booked in your diary, or draft a 1-sentence boundary you can say today. Close with, thank you, body. Embody your spirituality. Short, repeatable sessions tend to regulate better than marathon ones. Keep wins easy. So here's another 10-minute standard routine you can use also. Here's how we keep it clear and complete. Minute 1 is arrive, feet grounded. 1 minute of box breathing. Name 3 points of contact with chair or floor, and your intention is curiosity, not judgment. Minutes 2 to 7, 3 prompts, body plus story plus parts. Body, right now I notice. Notice the sensations in your body. Story or the trigger. What happened just before this? And the story I told myself was, really look into that. Protective part, dear protective part. What are you trying to prevent, or what do you need me to know? Spend about 2 minutes per prompt. Keep your pen moving. Minutes 8 to 9, draft 1 boundary or repair. Write a single sentence you can use today. Examples are, I'm happy to help. Can we choose a time tomorrow? I need 10 minutes to reset. I'll come back after. Or draft a short repair message. Honest, kind, no self-attack. And the final 30 seconds, close, your hand on your heart. Say, thank you body, thank you protective part. Look up, name 3 calm details. If you notice overwhelm, that's your cue to pause. Honour the window of tolerance. Return when you're resourced. Here's a 20-minute deeper routine, used once or twice a week. Remember, smaller is better than marathons. This is the spacious version, still and gentle. Minutes 1 to 2, arrive, breathe and orient. 2 minutes of slow box breathing. Soften the jaw and shoulders, turn your head and notice the room. Let the body feel 10% safer. Minutes 3 to 12, 4 prompts, include golden shadow or inner child. Choose 4 total. Body, right now I notice. Really focus on what you're noticing with your body. Trigger or your story, what happened just before this? The raw fact is. Then the protective part, what are you protecting me from? And the golden shadow, if this anger, envy, sadness had a gift, it would be. And your inner child prompt, the younger me remembers what I needed back then was. Spend about 2 or 3 minutes per prompt. Breathe between prompts. Minutes 13 to 17, action planning for the next 24 hours. Pick one tiny kind action that honours what you wrote. A clear boundary to say. A 2-minute reset, shake, tap or slow walk. A simple repair message. Write when and where you'll do it and keep it realistic. Minutes 18 to 20, close and integrate. Write one kind sentence to yourself. Stand up, take a short walk to another room or step outside if you can. This is so important. Sip water or warm drink. Let the session settle. Anchor actions to a specific cue, to a time or a place. Repetition in the same context builds ease. And when you feel stuck, try this. Too many words, switch to bullet points. Feel numb? Right, I feel nothing. For 60 seconds, notice what appears. Spiraling, move to compassion prompts, then stop. No action coming, make it tiny. Drink water, tidy for 2 minutes. Draft one boundary sentence. Big trauma history, keep it very short. Prioritize regulation and involve a qualified therapist. And a quick word for empaths and HSPs. Pre-regulate first. Breathe, tapping, a brief Qigong shake. Time box strictly, use a soft alarm. Recovery ritual after warm drink, stretch, a few steps outside. Use gentle language, a protected part of me, not my bad side. Sensory processing sensitivity is an innate trait, about 15 to 20% of people. You process more deeply and notice subtleties. Pre-regulation helps you harness that gift without overload. And let's close well so you don't carry it all day. Write one kind sentence to yourself. Look up and name 5 calm details in the room. Stand, shake or stretch for 30 seconds. If you touch something heavy, plan a lighter session tomorrow. If you notice skipping the hard bits with positivity alone, that's spiritual bypassing. It's common. Just come back to the embodied honesty when you can. Now, to deepen safely and make sense of everything you're writing, watch this next video. What is your shadow self? Shadow work explained. It shows what the shadow is, how it forms and how to integrate it with care. The link is below in the description and is pinned in the comments. So start there next. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Till then, be well and keep shining.